So, 3 or 4 years ago, we were waiting for our teacher in a music class, a really small class, also near to another small, locked old class. When we heard the sound, it was like something was there, punching the doors. We were all scared. There were about 5 to 6 students, and they all heard the sound coming from the room. After having a look and trying to open the door, we immediately went to tell this to a teacher so that they can unlock the door and see if somebody was in there. Well, I don't think they believed, but they couldn't risk it, right? After that, they unlocked the door, and yeah, there was nobody there. And the thing is that there are no windows in that classroom, and it's underground. Most of the school rumors say that some other students had heard it in different times too, but what I experienced made me in shock. What do you think? Back in 2005 to 2006, I was dating a guy who was originally from Queens, New York, but his family had purchased a house in Pennsylvania and moved there. It was a cute little 4-bedroom, bi-level, semi-built into a hill on the edge of a little wooded area. The first floor was technically the basement since there were no actual basement, and was basically a big rumpus room with some storage, a bedroom, and bathroom. We were just hanging out in the rumpus room one night when a photo fell off the wall. I picked it up, and it was one of an old black and white photo of their ancestors' butcher shop in Brooklyn in the 1910s to 20s. The metal around the frame was silver and antique, like the ones at my grandma's house, but one side had some kind of odd dent in it, like someone had tried to hammer a nail into the thin strip of metal from the inside. We took the frame off, thinking something was wrong with it. That's when we found another photo hidden behind the first. It was a photo from the same period, but this time of a gravestone. There was a very creepy shadow figure floating above the gravestone in the shape of a woman. We gave the frame and photo to my BF at the time's mom, who said she'd never seen the photo before, and we all found it very creepy. When I was around 10 or 11, I noticed that I had a large mole on my back, because I could feel it. I wanted to be able to see it, but I couldn't just look in a mirror because the mole was on my back, so I decided to take a photo instead and look at the photo. After failing to take a few photos, I had the amazing idea to take a video instead, sweeping over the area so that I could definitely get a clear image of it. I only had a rear-facing camera on my crappy phone, so I started recording, then moved it behind my back and moved it around the area to try and see the mole. When I looked at the footage, I realized there was someone stood leaning against my bunk bed, facing away from me. For just a second, I thought it must have been my brother, but I quickly realized he had been away at my dad's for about 4 months. He was away for 6 months total. There was absolutely nobody else in my room, just me. It creeps me out to this day, because it was clear as day. A person stood in front of my bed. No creepy transparency, etc. Just a regular person stood there. I really wish I still had that phone with the footage on it, but I got an iPhone soon after being taken into foster care, and I haven't seen my old phone since. But if it's out there somewhere, it has a seemingly normal but actually quite creepy video on it. So, for some context, the Moss Mansion in Billings, Montana is supposedly haunted. But anyway, on October 28th, 2022, I went to this event called the Haunted Moss, where they did a haunted house that you could do. As I went through, I made dumb remarks about doing it with one of the family members' mom. But since then, I have seen strange shadow figures in my house and seeing people standing behind me in reflections. But when I turn around, they're gone. I have had other paranormal encounters, but never in my own home. Also, about the mom jokes, I was just 13 and stupid. I'm still stupid, but now less stupid. Last night, a few moments after I finished writing the incidents in my previous post, I started to hear strange noises coming around me. I was laying down, it was around 2 a.m. So I got quite scared because for the past few years, I haven't experienced any of these situations. I think the spirits around me were curious as to what happened or what I was writing, but I live on the 5th floor. Well, that's all I have to share. Oh, and nothing happened after I heard the noises. I pretended to sleep and actually fell asleep. Thanks.
Devils hide behind redemption, honesty.